everyone. Let's welcome in Matthew Embry. And if you don't know him, you should. He's Schwartz Bruder Kyoji Kasshu from G Gundam.
Hey, thanks for having me interviewed for your podcast. It's fun to talk about this stuff.
I can only imagine. So, what was it like dubbing G Gundam?
Wow, I mean, you're going back a long ways now. I mean, we did that show. I mean, I helped with that show. We're talking almost 2 decades ago. So this is like 20 years ago, maybe even more. That I was in the sound booth for days and days and days and long sessions. But for me, I really enjoyed it. I mean, it was a gig of a lifetime for a voice actor at the time of my life. I was a young guy at the time. It was I would say it's my first big role that I got voicing, and I was able actually to do that out of Calgary, Alberta, if you can believe it. So we voiced that in Canada. So a lot of fun.
I mean, so who did you like playing more, Kyoji or Schwartz?
That's a great question. You know, we didn't, we only got the scripts the day of. So you didn't get the whole series. You didn't get the whole series up front. So you could only, and as well, from what I recall, you didn't really kind of get to know the character all that well until you were, episodes in. And so for me, it was really interesting because, and you also didn't get the other pages. So you didn't know what else was going on in the show. So you knew your segments, but that's kind of it. So then as the show went on, you could kind of piece together what was happening. So for me, I think Schwartz was, I think, my favorite character by the end. From what I recall, he became a little more complex as it went on. But it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's in my top 10 favorite animes of all time. I mean, I am a dork for it. It probably got me into the whole physical fitness stuff that I do. I run an hour a day and stuff like that. So
Good for you. That's awesome.
yeah, I guess you could say I watched it when I was a kid, when I was
Yeah.
maybe about 10 or 11 when it aired. That was when I was a kid back in 03, 04.
Yeah, that would be about right.
And I was just hooked to it. And then I rewatched it again, rediscovered it when I was 18. I still have these sets that I bought in 2010, and I was just hooked to it again, re-hooked to it again. I forgot about all the twists and everything, and it was like a fresh new show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, it's interesting. I mean, those again for me that was my first anime series like that. And I think that by the end, I recall very distinctly being emotional in the booth. Like I remember by the end, I was like, okay, there's something here about this story. Like I recall those last few episodes were not tough to record, but certainly emotional. So I can understand for why a young person for sure may have impacted you when you were a young guy.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've got distinct memories of it. I remember kind of crying my eyes out when, keep in mind, I was like a little teenager when I rewatched it, when Kyoji and Schwartz had to sacrifice themselves. And I was like, this just got me in the feels.
Yeah, yeah, that's. I think you're referring to what I recall being in. Because I remember thinking, is this actually happening? When I got the script, and also too when you're doing the voicing, you get to watch it.
Yeah.
You actually get to watch the scenes play out because you're dubbing. You're trying to match the flaps or the lips or the movement as much as you possibly can. And I just remember thinking, wow, like some of these images even are really powerful, just beyond the story.
I think the dub, in my opinion anyway, is better than the Japanese version.
Mm.
I'm one of the few that actually believe that, and I was like, well, because so much emotion was put into the dub. Like I noticed that.
Interesting. Yeah, and I think what might also interest people that may not know this is a lot of the actors were in Calgary. So you had a group of actors that, we went to school together. So it was very weird where you watch the show, like, these people. So, I mean, I think there was a really interesting chemistry that got created amongst the actors because of that. And just culturally, and the fact that we'd had similar teachers and things like that, and kind of came into acting the same, so in similar ways.
I've got to say, I think the standouts to the dub to me is definitely you, obviously. Uh,
Thank you.
Mark Gotha. I think
Yeah,
that's how you pronounce his name.
yeah. Mark and I were friends in university, and so that was the weird. And you know what? We never saw each other in the voice booth.
Oh man.
So
And
we never once crossed each other in the studio.
then there's Carol Ann Day, who I thought was
Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah, she's great.
And of course, Dave Petit.
I'm not too sure who that is. I'm not
He
too
did
sure who.
Master Asia.
Okay, got it.
He was the one with the really burly voice. I can actually imitate his voice.
Oh, what? Let's hear it.
Oh man, I'm a little embarrassed, but Domon, now the King of Hearts.
All right, you got it, man. If they do a sequel, they'll call you. Just give them a call.
Well, would you come back to play Kyoji if they did a sequel?
Oh yeah. I mean, my kids get a kick out of it too, right? Because you can see things on YouTube and everything. So if there definitely was, I would definitely come back for sure. And
Oh yeah,
it's been a gift to be able to do things like this. Like this is fun. You get to see how the show touches people decades later. It's amazing, and you never know what you never know, right? So I try my best to do things like this and to support it.
it was actually a pretty big deal when it was being dubbed around here, which, in the U.S. surprisingly, because they were putting it on Toonami around here, and then they started this like, well, we'll import the action figures and the toys and see how they sell. They sold like hotcakes.
Got it. Got it. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I had no idea it was gonna be that big. Like none. When I went for the gig, I had no idea that it would get that kind of reach.
Well, I think with like other Gundam series like Gundam Wing and Mobile Suit Gundam, the regular stuff, it's all about straight war. And that's mainly it, guerrilla war tactics and stuff like that. G Gundam kind of had a war tone to it, but it was more of a tournament style and they made it more fun.
Right, right, right. Yeah, and I think that the animation too is fantastic. I mean, that's one thing I really did appreciate because we got to watch it as we voiced it. But the nuances, I mean, so it's experts like you who know it way better than me, right? Because again, I only saw it in pieces.
Well, I had a video where I did a retrospective of the series, but it got copyright claimed, unfortunately.
Oh no! I thought you were able to do that. I thought you could make those videos now as long as you credited them.
I did credit them, but Bandai or whoever was running the show is extremely picky about
Got it.
what scenes you show. And I guess I showed like the Shining Finger scene, or it was the scene with Schwartz and Domon's final battle before he was
Yeah,
revealed.
yeah.
And yeah, they said, well, that's copyright. You can't put that out there.
Got it, got it. Yeah, that's probably my favorite scene that you're talking about. That was the one that those are the sequences that really still stick out. And there was a lot. I mean, there was a lot. How many episodes were there? Do you remember?
49.
Yeah, there's a lot of episodes.
I mean, I still watch it to this day. So, I mean,
It's still going. Good for you.
they need to make a sequel.
Write them. You never know.
Bandai is like, Bandai, make a sequel now.
Yeah, yeah. Get out there and see if you can cook up some attraction or some energy for another series.
Was there any particular lines that you liked with Kyoji's or Schwartz?
Oh man, you're going back too far.
Oh, I know.
You're
I
going
can
back too
remember them.
you're going back too far for me. I just remember just getting so mad at Domon. Is that how you say it now?
Yeah, Domon.
I just remember I was always giving that guy the gears. So
Yeah,
I
I
don't
like
think.
the stern voice that Kyoji would use with them. It's like, you haven't been training enough, Domon.
Yeah, yeah, it's true. He was a strict guy. But no, I wish my memory was that strong, but no, it's been too long.
It just seemed like a fun series to actually work on. I would have loved to have been in the recording booth back then. Of course, I was 11, but still.
Well, it was. I think, just to give you some kind of behind the scenes inside things, some of the challenges were because I'm Canadian, we have a Canadian accent. So we had a lot, I personally had a lot of words we had to relearn real time in the booth to make it more
Oh,
American. So that was a challenge. And then there was also the pronunciation of certain names that was just, for me, very, very challenging. And you don't have a lot of time. You do an episode maybe every 20 minutes, half an hour. Sometimes, some days you do 5 episodes a day, I think.
that
So
sounds exhausting.
you'd be in there for a long time. But again, how can you not love that job? I mean, you're having fun. The people, the sound technicians are great, and you get to watch it, and you get a heads up on the show.
I think you came back for a few video games too, didn't you?
That's you're on it, man. There was video games I did, as well as did you see Dragon Balls? I think I was in that too.
Yep.
I think, but I can't remember what. Do you remember a character that was? Is it a different character?
Well, I had that whole. I think it was Dragon Ball GT,
Yeah,
and I had the whole series on, legally on Blu-ray. Wink.
got it.
And I can't remember either because it's been so long since I watched. I know Zoe Saucer is Goku in that series.
Right, right. I can't remember, but that one there wasn't as many episodes, were there? Like 30 or something?
There
28?
was about, I think, 60, 64.
Oh, more. There's more episodes.
I think it's like I said, I don't watch GT as much as I used to,
Got it.
and I did watch that version of the show just to see how it was, and I noticed how authentic and close to the script that version is versus the Funimation version that came out in the 02, 03.
Right, right, right.
I mean,
It's amazing.
at least you guys tried to stick to the script and left the original Japanese music in. That drives me nuts when they don't do that.
Got it. What's amazing, people like you are still tracking this and promoting it. So I mean, for me. That's so much fun. Like it's still going. The 20 years later, and you're keeping it alive.
Oh yeah, I try. I've
Yeah.
showed many friends G Gundam. Like when I got the sets in high school, uh, my friends were all into like Full Metal Alchemist and stuff like that. And I'm like, you guys got to watch this series, and
Got
they
it.
would borrow my DVDs of it. It's like, oh, it's so good.
Right, right. Now let me ask you a question. Where is it available now? How do people watch it?
I think it's on Crunchyroll and
Okay.
Netflix or Hulu, maybe.
So it is still going.
I've still got the DVDs. I
Yeah.
mean, I've had these DVDs since 2009,
Wow.
and I was mowing lawns and stuff just to go buy them offline, and that was the old caveman way that you had to watch the series.
Yeah, man. That's amazing, dude. It's so good.
And I still had these same DVDs just sitting here. In fact, I actually got a couple of them signed by Carol Ann Day.
How?
I asked her, I was like, would you please sign my G Gundam set? This was like back in 2016. She
Yeah.
had a Facebook back then, and she's like,
Yeah.
sure, here's my fan mail or whatever. And I'm like, oh, thank you.
Yeah. She's great. I went to school with her too, if you can believe it.
Oh yeah, I can believe it. She seems like one of the sweetest people.
Yeah, she's a good person. Good, very good person.
Unfortunately, I can never find her on social media anymore. I think she deleted like all her socials.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I haven't tracked her on that at all.
I mean, I happened to see your name on Instagram, and I was like, holy crap, is that who I think it is?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very different brand now.
I've got a whole, I have all the names memorized of the whole show of the English dub names.
Got it, man.
I am that big of a fan of the series.
No kidding, dude. You're taking it to the next level.
Seriously. Like, I remember Stephen Holgate being part of the group. I don't think he went into anything after G Gundam, unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. I mean, again, you're way ahead. You're way more ahead than I am. For me, that's a long time ago. Like a life, half my life ago almost.
Still, you did make history.
Yeah, thank you for saying that.
For me, anyway. For some nerdy guy, who.
Nah, don't say that about yourself. You're out there. It's a good series. People should check it out.
I have a friend like on X or Twitter or whatever it's called. He's like, I've never seen G Gundam. I don't like Gundam. It's all about war. And I'm like, dude, you've got to watch this. I sent him a scene, and he was like, holy shit, this show looks awesome.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, all these stories of good versus evil, and I think where my character was complex is he was two people, right? And that's
Technically, he was. I
yeah,
mean, they could be the same person, you know.
yeah, and that and I do like those ideas, right? It's good. This two sides of the same coin.
I It sounded like you were having a lot of fun playing evil Kyoji.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think that was good. I enjoyed that part. Just again, for me, it's where the challenge is in kind of being able to answer these questions is you don't get the scripts ahead of time.
Oh yeah.
So you're really like figuring it out on the fly.
Well, I'll say that your voice matches the way the character looks. That's basically what I'll say. I mean,
Yeah, that's awesome.
when I read the manga, I pictured your voice for the character, so it was a fitting choice.
Nice, nice. Yeah, well, hopefully the casting director obviously was the genius behind that.
And I like some of Evil Kyoji's line, like Domon, get out of your shining Gundam. It's like
Right.
it sounded like you were having kind of fun there, you know, playing the evil side too, just as much
Yeah,
as the good side.
it is fun. You get to go back and forth, and I guess that's probably the joy of acting, right? You get to be both.
And Kyoji is in my top three favorites, so or
Oh, that's
Schwartz
awesome.
is in my top three favorites.
That's awesome. Thanks for saying that.
I mean, I have like a lot of friends that have him as their favorite,
Oh,
and a
really?
lot of family members have him as their favorite character. It's like, well, he's the most badass character. I mean, he kicks Domon's ass.
Right. Yeah, no, he was good. He was good.
Although there was some inconsistencies, like, well, did Kyoji ever get training? How did he learn how to fight? That's me just questioning.
Yeah, see, that's the kind of detail I wouldn't be able to weigh in too much on. We just get those scripts and away we go.
Yeah, but it did work, and it was very authentic to to the Japanese version. I've watched both. I prefer the dub.
Got it. Yeah, we didn't. I'm trying to think. I don't even think we got to hear that. I think by the time we got it, oh no, we did. We did. There were certain episodes where we definitely recorded where that's all you could hear actually. So you were dropping in your line with the Japanese voiceover. So yet in those cases, you had no idea what was going on.
Like, I still call like some of the names in the series their censored names. I guess is what they're called. Like originally, it's the Devil Gundam. I still call it the Dark Gundam.
Got it. That's what it actually means.
Yep. In the original Japanese version, the Devil Gundam, because it's supposed to be like a heaven and hell kind of battle.
Got
Burning Gundam is actually supposed to be God Gundam, and I just don't think it has that same ring to it.
Got it. Wow, I had no idea. I mean, you are a wealth of information when it comes to this show. You should
Oh
really
yeah,
do like a commentary series on it.
I should just do like DVD commentary on it. It's like,
Yeah,
well,
that's what
they
I
can hire
mean.
me back when the series comes out on Blu-ray, which I think it has. I just won't give up my old DVDs that are basically recorded off VHS. These are their VHS quality,
Got it. Yeah, that would make sense.
but I sometimes Blu-ray kind of ruins the way the picture looks. It
Right.
saturates it a
Well,
lot,
I'm sure it's maybe the 30-year anniversary will come up and they'll do a big digital release somewhere. They'll remaster it and put it out.
and they could leave the grain in.
Right. Give it that old vintage feel.
Yeah, because the DBZ, you know, when it came out to DVD, I mean, Funimation thought it would be a great idea to stretch the picture and not be able to watch it in a 4:3 aspect ratio. That's why I
Got
keep
it.
these.
Got it. Yeah, totally.
But yeah, I also used to have a lot of memories playing Gundam Battle Assault 2. I'm pretty sure I picked Schwartz a lot.
Got it. I can't remember that. Did I voice the whole? I mean, the whole. It must have been. Yeah, I think I do. It was like I had to yell
Yep,
certain things and do stuff. And I mean, it's interesting now with AI. I'm sure they could just do the whole thing without me even there anymore.
yep. Unfortunately, it would be AI voices to replace you, which would suck.
Yeah.
But you know, now the new Gundam games, they unfortunately replaced Mark's Domon Kashu when he's a selectable character in like the PS5 and 4 games. It's like I understand why though,
Got it. He
because
became a surgeon, I think. He became a
yeah,
doctor.
orthopedist. I have
Yeah,
been
he's got a really grown up job.
yeah, but I was told by Carol Anday that he actually went into voice acting to pay for his medical school.
It's so interesting. Because I went into voice acting to pay for my student loan. So
That's
that's kind of
crazy how
how,
that works.
yeah, that's how it worked.
I mean, can you still do some of the voices still, or?
I don't know, man. It's been a long time. So I've kind of taken my focus to different things right now. So mostly
Mhm.
behind the camera now and executive producing shows and that kind of thing.
I mean, still, that's always good, but you still always have that memory of playing that certain character. It's always great.
Yeah, that's why, when you contacted me, I said, oh, I'd love to do this. Just talk about the old times a bit because again, you're going back almost 25 years. So it's kind of fun to remember, the work you did. And it's also great to see it made an impact, just making
Hmm.
your life healthier and like just however. I've been in this business long enough to understand that you never really know the good that can come from what you're doing. You could put a show out there, and I'd never in my wildest dreams imagined that it would help someone like you get physically fit and after it, and give you a focus, and that's for me. That's why we do what we do.
Oh yeah, it also kind of helps with my creativity too, because
Great.
I used to write stories a lot of times, and I, would write stories based on the series, like spinoffs.
Yeah.
I was that big of a nerd.
No, I get that. I used to do similar stuff when I was young too. And that's again, you put it out there, and it's wonderful to see it actually tracks.
I mean, it's always fantastic. I mean, the series did make a huge impact on me. I love it.
That's
Every
awesome.
time every time somebody's like, "Hey, what Gundam series should I watch?" I said, "Don't watch any of them. Just watch G Gundam."
Just watch this one.
Which I think you were also in Gundam Z or Gundam Zeta.
Man, I can't remember. I hate to say it. G Gundam is the one that had the impact. The other ones, I can't really, to be honest, I can't really. I think I did them, but I can't really recall them.
Well, after you've seen one regular Gundam series about war, you've pretty much seen them all.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. But I
that's what
played
makes.
other characters, didn't I?
I think you played like three characters in that series, but
Yeah,
I sent you a photo of the characters, of a collage of characters that I did,
yeah. I can't remember.
but I can't remember their name. I've only watched Zeta once,
Got it.
and I did watch the dub, which I do think that the dub was really good too in that.
Right.
We need to get more of that dubbing cast back because I really like the cast that was done in that. I mean, I would like to hear you guys in some other anime later.
You never know, man. You never know. I mean, I don't even know if that studio's still going in Calgary. You're over my head when it comes to what's still out there.
Well, I think the last thing I heard that they dubbed was Hunter x Hunter, and this was the old series to it.
Got it.
And the only reason I remember that was because I made a collage for Carol Ann Day, and I remember her playing a multiple characters of Hunter x Hunter, and I'm like, oh yeah, well, I didn't know that they were still dubbing that series.
Got it. Yeah, that's cool, man.
But yeah, I mean, it's honestly been a nice honor to have you come on and talk about G Gundam. I'm
Well,
just
thank you, Tim. I really appreciate you doing this. It's a lot of fun. Great to talk about these memories. And again, I hope this project reaches the people it's got to.
oh, I'm sure it will. I'm mainly doing it for me, but
You
I
never
like
know,
to
man. Anything can change the world, dude.
I like to educate people on how good of a series G Gundam is, and it's one of those 9 out of 10 series. It's that good to me.
Awesome, brother. Well, thank you so much for doing this.
All
And
right,
take care of yourself.
all right, you too.